Wow, guys, it seems like this Sharia law of a thing that Yorubas are winning it to against Sultan of Sokoto. You know that with just last month, it was all over everywhere on social media that Sultan of Sokoto is forcing Sharia law into the Yoruba land. But trust Yoruba people now, they all stood up against it, even including the Yoruba Muslim. They all said no, that it will not happen, that it will not go, it will not be in their watch that Yoruba become a land of Muslim. They stood their ground. That is one thing about Yoruba. Once something come for them, all of them, no matter their diversity, they will come together and say they do not want it. That is exactly what happened in this Sharia law case. Now look at the latest news that we are seeing. What made me say that Yoruba people are actually winning against Sultan of Sokoto? Let's read this. League of Imams in Yoruba declare March 1 to commence Ramadan, abandons practice of waiting for Sultan of Sokoto. Wow, guys, you know that this celebration, that this Ramadan, that they all of them used to wait for Sultan of Sokoto to declare the date and everything and how everything is going to go before they will now start. But the Yoruba Muslims said no, since they now feel like they are now the head of the Muslims and they are going to tell them what to do. We are not going to wait for them again. We are now going to declare our own date for celebrating Ramadan. Wow, this is a big move. I am telling you, this is a big move. Look at this update from Efasha Fonshu. She said, yeah, dear Yoruba Muslims, I have no problem with you as a Muslim, but if you support Sultan of Sokoto letter, kindly pack your bags and move to the north so you can enjoy Sharia law there. Such acts will not be accepted in Yoruba land. We want development, not terrorism in Yoruba land. Wow, guys, look at this. Another one says, if you support this Sharia law, then you are a disgrace to your family heritage. You are Yoruba first before any religion. Now, guys, this is what we call oneness. This is what we call coming together to fight your oppressors. Now they are winning. It's very obvious they are winning because nobody have heard of Sultan of Sokoto anymore ever since then. Let's take a look at this video that Mayegun has to say concerning this particular case.
You probably must have come across people who have been taking sides. For example, those who believe that, the Sultan of Sokoto is the supreme head. They call him Amir of all Muslims in Nigeria. Now, there's an organization, all right? There's an organization that's oversees the, the Islamic faith, Islamic faith and the followers in Nigeria, all right? From time immemorial, right? Somehow, Nigeria has been sort of like programmed in a way that the Fulanis, they are the owners of Islam, all right? So therefore, the organization that is meant to be overseeing the affairs of Muslims in Nigeria is, in perpetuity, is led by the Sultan of Sokoto. And until recent, and I can tell you the event that led to that, okay? Until recently, people never really had, problems because they believe that it is the Sultan of Sokoto that usually would declare the time that they should all start fasting, the Ramadan, okay? But you see, when they started pushing this agenda of Sharia, it got some Yoruba. In fact, it actually started from the Northerners, okay, who never really sees the non-Fulanis as real Muslims. Or if you're not from the northern part of Nigeria, they don't really see you as, as a real Muslim, genuinely. But that is not how people who are like Muslims in southern part of Nigeria, that's not how they see it until recently, when the Sultan of Sokoto came for the Yorubas. And what did he do? The Yorubas said, we don't want the political Sharia in Yoruba land. But there were those who were also, the fanatic Muslims in, Yoruba land, who are kind of like, ardent followers of the Sultan of Sokoto. So when the idea of Sharia came by, so what then happened was that there were people being sponsored, there were people being funded, okay, to push it. And while they were doing all of that, behind the scene, okay, they were trying to use political leverage or leverages to get this done. Unfortunately, people resisted that. And the people that resisted this Sharia, this political Sharia, they are mostly Muslims. So forget about the fact that those who are non-Muslims have added their own voices to it. Say, no to Sharia, no to Sharia. The Muslims who are like Muslims in Yoruba land, they sensed, a kind of like an agenda being pushed, okay, to start what is believed to be a political Sharia. The one that they will tell you that Sharia is not for non-Muslims. Sharia is just for Muslims. It's none of your business, this and that. But experience have taught people that, no, that was how they started in northern Nigeria. They told people that their Sharia is not for non-Muslims. But we have evidence of non-Muslims who have been tried or threatened. We have seen non-Muslims who have been convicted in absentia by these supposed Sharia courts. So because of that, right, it became a very big issue. And then the Sultan of Sokoto was like, he's so disappointed in the Yorubas. So they were now pushing the agenda like the Muslims in Yoruba land or in the southern part of Nigeria, that they are endangered. Meanwhile, like the Muslims in Yoruba land, for example, were like, what were you talking about? Like, what danger? Sure you get. Anyway, that kind of caused, level of, division between those who are Yoruba Muslims that believes that they were not supposed to be listening to Sultan of Sokoto. But like I said, Nigeria is structured in the way that the Fulanis, they structured Nigeria in a way that pays them. So those of us from the southern part of Nigeria demanding for either restructuring or regionalism or the breakup of Nigeria and all of that stuff, right? So we are considered as a threat to this structure put together by these Fulani oligarchs. Now, in the hierarchy of the Fulanis in Nigeria, the Sultan of Sokoto, who is the grandson or great-grandson or great-great-great-great-grandson of the first terrorist in Nigeria, Uthman Danfodio, on record. See, what do you mean? I wanted to say no insult intended, but if you see it as an insult, well, maybe it is really intended, okay? So these Yorubas are now beginning to say, we need to cut ourselves off from this idea of whatever the Satan wants is what the rest of Yorubas, Muslims, and the rest of Nigeria must abide by. So because of this, when Yorubas vehemently rejected this idea of Sharia, this minority fanatics in Yoruba land, especially those ones from Ilorin, who never really associate themselves with anything Yoruba, even though so many of them are speaking Yoruba, all right? So they call the Yorubas Elebo, Yorubas this, Yoruba, you get. So they align with their Sultan of Sokoto to disparage the Yoruba culture, Yoruba tradition, Yoruba's ways of life, and all of that stuff. They see themselves more as Fulanis than Yorubas. Now, this division in who should obey Satan or not Satan, right? That one is existing as we speak. However, the League of Imams in Yoruba land, they now came out and made an announcement. The announcement was that from the 1st of March, they were going to start the fasting, the Ramadan fasting. Again, don't forget, I gave you the background of why things seems to be going in a different direction right now. That's why I gave you that background. So that the Sultan of Sokoto should just control his own area, control your own area. Stay in Sokoto, control your Sahel border state, or stay in your Sharia state. You should not be commanding the rest of us outside your own jurisdiction. Because to us in Yoruba land, for example, right, we have the Obas, the royal fathers. And this Sultan of Sokoto is expected to be the royal father for them in Sokoto. Now, anything beyond that Sokoto can be whatever the arrangement is in northern Nigeria. That's their own problem, not ours. But you see, this thing that I'm saying to you right now is considered as a blasphemy. Normal, if they grab me with this kind of ideology, right, they will ask them to stone me to death. Now, that is alien to my own culture. It's alien to my own tradition. It's alien to everything I hold dear as a Yoruba man. Now, but if I am a Muslim, there are some people who expected me to begin to act like I am a Fulani. Do you get that now? And whatever is associated with, what do you call it? Whatever is associated with Yoruba is considered secondary. And that is an insult to somebody like me. That because of your religion, then you have to put your religion because Muhammad told you that, or your religion taught you that, which is not true. That Muhammad is Arab. I am a Yoruba man. Now, if I adopt the religion of Islam, for example, now there is no way I am supposed to put whatever it is over my, don't forget, I'm not a Muslim, so there are Muslims that will automatically disagree with me, but which is fine. It's fine. But it's an insult for anybody who is speaking Yoruba to look at me and say their own teachings is more superior to my tradition and my culture. Do you get that now? But there are people who want to believe that, and they are not just believing it; they are actually acting it. So this little kind of a division now brought about, this face-off now. And what is the face-off? Everybody have to wait for the Sultan of Sokoto whenever there is going to be Ramadan. Okay, when I was a Muslim, you have to like wait for the moon. It's called moon sighting. So sometimes they wait for them in Saudi Arabia to sight the moon. And then they will say, we are going to start fasting tomorrow. But later, they felt like, people can't see, number one, time difference, right? Different continents. So people can't see the moon or sight the moon same time. Here you get now. So therefore, they now said that it is the Sultan of Sokoto that must see the moon. And when the Sultan of Sokoto sees the moon, he will now tell everybody, go and fast. That shouldn't be a problem ordinarily, but things are changing. People are beginning to see agenda to push religious division, religious war in Yoruba land. Now, those who are seeing that are being called, reactionaries. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. While others are pushing the agenda that nobody should ever question the Sultan of Sokoto, including you that are Yorubas who are not Fulanis. Now, that's an insult. I'm not blaming you if you're a Yoruba man that sees your Sultan of Sokoto as your Amir. Your religion says so, Abi, so fine. But I'm a Yoruba man. I don't give a shit about Sultan of Sokoto. I am not expected to give a shit about him. Do you understand? Now that I don't give a shit about him, that simply means that he has no right to trample on my own culture and tradition because of his religion. You see it both now, right? So now the League of Imams are now saying, they don't need any sighting of moon. Sighting of moon. As it is so now, from the 1st of March 1st, 2025, they are starting their Ramadan. Whether they see moon or they don't see moon, they are starting it. So that in itself is the latest controversy of people, where people believe that people are trying to break away from the old tradition of this Sultan of Sokoto is the most, this is this or that. Like, what the heck?
Now, this is how you stand on business. This is how you stamp your foot on the ground and say no to something. Because now small like this, they start. When they are coming, they say that the Sharia law is only for Muslims. There's nothing concerning Christians. Christians can be doing their own, and Muslim, it's only for Muslims alone. But we know that is how it starts. From it's only for Muslim. Before you know it, the whole of your land will become a Muslim land, and even the Christian self will not see road to do their own religion. Everybody will, before you know it, they will start telling all the Yoruba women to be dressing some kind of a way, because Yoruba land has become a Muslim land. So they said no from this onset. They said no, even went as far as saying they will now be hosting their own Ramadan when they now want their imam, so they are fast, they come together. That is how you do something. That is kind of something that Igbo should emulate, because one thing in this Nigeria, once you people are big, there's no way that the government will say no to a multitude of people. Once people come together and say no, we don't want this, or yes, we want this, believe you me, even if that thing do not let her come, it will give them a hard time to refute what you just said. So that is the whole thing about it. And I hope that Igbo people, especially Igbo leaders, will emulate this concerning Nnamdi Kanu's case. It will go a long way in making sure that Nnamdi Kanu come out from DSS. Guys, what do you have to say concerning this? Share your opinion in the comment section, like and share our video, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.